because the times.
Woke up this morning thinking about
Those summer days.
best friend got caught up when I stayed in Douglasville. Doing stuff by myself. I'm a
What's good, y'all? So, this is something I've been thinking about for a while. I need to start doing more educational videos, I feel like. Why is it so hard to escape poverty? More poverty mindset. My theory is a lot of people think they're poor or I think they're broke, but they're not broke. You're not poor. Once you learn something, you always have it here. Anything you learn is always someone that needs to learn that, and will pay you to teach them. I could teach someone how to use a mic, how to use a Blue Yeti mic, and someone will pay me that. I could teach someone how to install, oh my god, that messed up, the LED lights for the room, and someone will pay for that, or someone will watch the video. My bad, I thought the other dude. But when people say they broke, like I'm broke. I am broke. Broke. I'm not broken. I'm not broken. Let's get into the video. My bad, everyone. I know the thing was glitchy. It just I did that and it just started glitching a little bit. Let's get into it though.
Imagine that you've been unemployed and seeking work for months. Government benefit programs have helped you cover rent, utilities, and food, but you're barely getting by. Finally, you hear back about a job application. You receive your first paycheck in months, and things seem to be turning around, but there's a catch. Your new job pays just enough to disqualify you from the benefit programs, and not enough to cover the same costs. To make things worse, you have to pay for transportation to work and childcare while you're at the office. Somehow, you have less money now than when you were unemployed. Economists call this demoralizing situation the welfare trap, one of the many different poverty traps affecting millions of people around the world. Poverty traps are economic and environmental circumstances that reinforce themselves, perpetuating poverty for generations. Some poverty traps are tied to an individual's circumstances, like a lack of access to healthy food or education. Others can affect entire nations, such as cycles of corrupt government or climate change. But the cruel irony of welfare traps in particular is that they stem from the very policies designed to battle poverty. Most societies throughout history employed some strategies to help people in poverty meet basic needs. Before the 20th century, religious groups and private charities often led such initiatives. Today, these are called welfare programs, and they usually take the form of government-provided subsidies for housing, food, energy, and healthcare. Typically, these programs are means-tested, meaning that only people who fall below a certain income level are eligible for benefits. This policy is designed to ensure aid goes to those who need it most, but it also means people lose access as soon as they earn more than the qualification threshold, regardless of whether or not they're financially stable enough to stay there. This vicious cycle is harmful to both those in poverty and those outside of it. Mainstream economic models assume people are rational actors who weigh the cost and benefits of their options and choose the most advantageous path forward. If those in poverty know they'll gain no net benefit from working, they're incentivized to remain on government assistance. Of course, people work for many reasons, including societal norms and personal values. But income is a major incentive to pursuing employment. And when less people take on new jobs, the economy slows down, keeping people in poverty and potentially pushing people on the cusp of poverty over the edge. Some have suggested this feedback loop could be removed by eliminating government assistance programs altogether. But most agree this solution is neither realistic nor humane. So how can we redesign benefits in a way that doesn't penalize people for working? Many countries have tried different ways to circumvent this problem. Some allow people to continue receiving benefits for a given period after finding a job, while others phase out benefits gradually as income increases. These policies still remove some financial incentive to work, but the risk of a welfare trap is lower. Other governments provide benefits like education, childcare, or medical care, equally across all their citizens. One proposed solution takes this idea of universal benefits even further. A universal basic income would provide a fixed benefit to all members of society, regardless of wealth or employment status. This is the only known policy that could entirely remove welfare traps, since any earned wages would supplement the benefit rather than replace it. In fact, by creating a stable income floor below which no one can fall, basic income might prevent people from falling into poverty in the first place. Numerous economists and thinkers have championed this idea since the 18th century. But for now, universal basic income remains largely hypothetical. Although it's been tried in some places on a limited scale, these local experiments don't tell us much about how the policy would play out across an entire nation or a planet. Whatever strategy governments pursue, solving the welfare trap requires respecting people's agency and autonomy. Only by empowering individuals to create long-term change in their lives and communities can we begin to break the cycle of poverty.
Yeah.
Agency is a type of power that comes from the
You know what my grandparents told me about back in the day? Black people in the South, we went through slavery, everything. Went through everything. Worst type of conditions any person, anybody in the world been through. Slavery in America. It is the worst thing that happened in history to me. At least to me. We survived that. Ancestors from the slave ships and ancestors from here being aboriginals. As a FBA, my grandparents, I remember talking to them about before welfare and everything. No, we had families. We had neighborhoods. What I'm trying to say is people don't have to be homeless. I see, how can I say? It's like if the community could get together, it wouldn't be no homeless people. It wouldn't. It really wouldn't. Because you honestly take a whole community, a whole black community, back in the day, no one was homeless. If you was struggling, the whole community would help you get somewhere to live. If you needed food, you could, if you had something with your family, like my granddad grew up on a farm. So his family had pigs, chickens, and all that other stuff. While another family grew up on a I forgot, like some fruit farm or whatnot. So they just had fruits. Or they had certain items we need. You know what I'm saying? They needed like flour or something. So it's like, okay, I give you this chicken for this, this rice, this flour, this and that. They trade with each other. And they build that trust with each other. And over time, like, hey, I need this, all right, here you go. Hey, I need this, all right, here you go. It became a community. We have family structures. We have families that no matter what happens, we're always together. Unless you do some inhumane shit. The world as we know it. I literally seen a man say, you can't have love. You can't have nothing unless you have 20-something thousand to 100,000 in your bank. I'd said 100,000. But I'm just saying, it's people out here that believe unless you have money, you can't have no love. You can't have nothing. You're just gonna have to be alone. It's people out here that so focused on money where they don't build relationships. Or the relationships are artificial because of money. And because of that, they're not real relationships. They're transactional relationships. It's like, what can I get out of this? And that's what it's like. It's the wrong way to look at a relationship. Like, yeah, you need money in order to be in a relationship. You need certain things. You don't want to be like I say, the dusty nigga where he don't do shit. Don't have no ambitions, no dreams, or nothing. He just sits around all day. You don't want to be that trying to get in a relationship. But if you have a dream, you have a goal, find your partner when you don't have nothing. So when you have something, you have someone to have it with. Poverty being poor, like I said before, starts right here. If you have a poor mindset, if you have a negative mindset, you're not going to improve. Now, I can say this all day, but I'm broke right now. I don't got that much money. And I'm proud because I'm not broken. I'm broke in the sense of I don't have funds, but I have all this potential. I can make videos all day. I can make music all day. I can write songs all day. I can chase my dreams all day. That's infinite potential. I invested in myself. Everything you see in these videos is all me. I bought that. Well, I got that as a gift, Christmas gift. Bought that as keyboard. Bought that computer I'm on. Bought this bookshelf. This is about all those games, not the DS games. You know, those old. You know, I'm younger, so bought these speakers. Bought this big old power block. Bought these lights. Bought this chair. Yeah. Bought the acoustic panels that's all around my room. Bought all my mics. Buying more mics. Bought all my chairs. My girlfriend helped me invest in my dreams. Buy me a camera. I was happy for that. Don't let your circumstances right now dictate your future, even when it comes to kids. Because you could be poor for a year and be rich for the rest of your life. Everybody's different. It's just on circumstances. I hope y'all took something out of what I said. And if not, I understand. I might not be the most, articulate black dude in the world, but I have some understanding of how the world works. But I don't know everything. I don't. And if y'all know something I don't know, let me know in the comments below. I love to learn. Y'all be surprised. I love to learn. That being said, be sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned to the next video. Much love to everyone who supports me. And I'm glad whoever sat through all this and listened to me talk. I appreciate that. Peace.
Mario the poet.